Okay, so the meeting has resumed. Next thing on the agenda is, I'll make a motion to accept the April 29th town council minutes as they were presented.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded from the minutes from the last meeting. Any comments, corrections there? Not, we'll vote on those. Jim? Aye. Dwayne?
Aye.
Charlie?
Right here.
Charlie was
there.
not, yeah,
Charlie was after.
yeah.
Thanks, Charlie. Larry?
I actually was online, but I didn't get your email till
Oh.
afterwards, so.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
watched it, but you weren't able to
I
participate.
see everything here and half of the screen, and the other half was all Dwayne. The whole meeting.
Because he was
Because
able
he
to
was, he
participate on that.
participated.
That's right.
You guys
Yeah.
were both in there,
Yeah,
Oh, we were alone in that thing? Nobody else came that night?
not in the Zoom part.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They can
Well,
look at
nobody-
the Facebook, but you,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Zoom, it was just you guys that were logged in.
that's right.
Just Dwayne was logged in. He was just
Yeah, he was,
watching it.
I was just watching.
Yeah, so you were, it was us like this. And then half the screen was you, because you were participating via Zoom.
I'll do that again.
I was just watching, but I was voting.
yeah,
No.
Mark was on the minutes as well. Citizens requests. Well, nobody is in the office of the council chambers right now, but we'll check the Facebook stream later and we'll jump down to manager's report.
Okay, so the spring cleanup, which was held on May 3rd, went really well. We had no issues. 11.8 tons of debris was delivered to Juniper Ridge, but just wanted to give you an update on that. Last week was Professional Municipal Clerks Week. And so I worked the counter and gave April and Cindy a day off. April had Tuesday off and Cindy took Friday off. And we, the town of Bradley, got them a hanging basket, a seasonal hanging basket. And the next day we gave them a gift bag with some candy and some coffee gift cards. So just wanted to let you know that we did recognize them.
Good job.
for their
Yeah,
work.
Very nice.
that's good.
And, okay. Oh, so I am requesting that the town council approve a quitclaim deed to Richard Campbell, counselor. The chair has a copy of that deed. Mr. Campbell was the property owner for a property on Susie Court in which was subject to automatic foreclosure for non-payment of 2022 taxes. On May 2nd, he came in and paid all of his outstanding taxes in full. So therefore, the town needs to assert ownership back to Mr. Campbell by that quitclaim deed.
So I'll make a motion to the municipal quitclaim deed assigned to Richard Campbell for property at Susie Court, identified as Bradley Tax Map 11, Lot 6, due to payment of 2022 real estate taxes, which were subject to automatic foreclosure.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded on the quitclaim deed. Any other questions or comments on that? Not, we'll vote. Charlie,
Aye.
Larry,
Aye.
Jim, Dwayne,
Aye.
Mark's and I.
Pass that around for signatures.
Yep.
Last week I met with Maine Grace and Maintenance, you might remember a few years ago. I met with them and we started appropriating funds of $5,000 per year. So we could start doing restoration on the stones that are broken in our cemeteries. And that business is finally back up and running. And so we met last week and they're going to start working in Knapp probably after Memorial Day. Originally, we thought that we would start with veterans stones. After we started looking at it, we think that we can get at Knapp more done if we start at the road and kind of work our way back. So that's kind of the path that we thought we could go for. We could get more stones done that way. So I just wanted to let you know about that. And they will do one veteran stone for free. So if they are going to do a stone. The election for Viola Rand School closure was yesterday, the 12th of May. The vote was in favor of the school closure, 140 yes and 6 no. So the town council will be expected very soon, I'm assuming, to make a decision on as to whether you want to maintain that property or if you want to have the RSU maintain that. I did talk to Carpenter Associates and they stated the first step in getting a determination as to whether that back acreage would be appropriate for cemetery development would to be get a site developer to look at dig some test pits and to see what the water table is. So I'd like to have permission to do that within the
So
next
moved.
couple weeks.
Second.
Any objection to that? No, we're all in.
Okay, all in?
Yeah,
That's it. The annual town reports were sent to the printers last week. I'm hopeful to have them by next week. And just wanted to remind everybody that absentee ballots are available for the June 10th referendum right now. That is our annual budget referendum and our municipal officers election. Charles Clemens, Charlie, returned nomination papers for the town council, and Rebecca Kennedy returned nominations papers for the RSU board. Also last week, I met with Eastern Maine Development Corporation to review the material that's needed for the Community Resilience Grant. I've written a grant, and I'm awaiting for the application date to open for funding for the ball field development. The grant request is $75,000. So it's not obviously enough to do the project, but we can use it towards something, I'm hoping, so. On Friday, I am going to Benton to meet with an alewife harvester and the fish agent. They have an alewife festival this coming weekend. So I'm going to Benton, Vassaboro, and Elma on Friday to look at alewife harvest sites. So if the weather was nicer, I was gonna do a few more, but I don't know how much more I want to be on the range. And then 114 Cram Street, I'm just gonna put a little update for the residents because that is a residential concern that we hear frequently about. The town council met with our municipal attorney tonight to discuss our options. And we are going to try to move forward with contempt of court for the court order that we received. And so hopefully we'll have an update more for that in the future. And that's really all I have from my manager's report.
There was one other thing, Missy, that was on.
Yeah, had that under new
Okay,
business, but we can, yeah.
Any other questions on the manager's report?
And Melissa, you were looking for somebody for the sidewalk sweeping.
Mhm.
You get somebody?
Yes, so that's been done. Alan Smallwood, who is a planning board member, he and his, I believe, 16-year-old daughter did that. We are paying them for their work, but yeah, they did that. They completed it last week.
Great.
Yeah.
Good job.
You mentioned the lives. Have you had an opportunity or were you planning to talk with the logging museum? To see if they want to do any collaboration with us?
Yeah, that's kind of my purpose of going to look at these harvests, so I can take some pictures and show them what other
Okay.
facilities are
Just getting
doing.
your information.
And what, try to get some pictures and videos that I can show them that are real life and what they went through, so.
Yep.
That's kind of my purpose on going to these.
Just a quick shout out to the cleanup crew, including your both. They did, they're efficient down there. It was busy.
It
when I
was,
went. It was very, very busy. And nobody blinked an eye to the $20, right?
nobody said a word about the $20.
Well worth it.
Yep.
Anything else on the manager's report? If not, we'll jump down to new business from you, Melissa.
So yes, I need to have, town council approve the, election warrant for the June 10th municipal referendum and municipal officials election. Just note that there's 4 articles that will be on the ballot, that is on the ballot. Article 1 is the authorization for municipal expenditures. Article 2 is for the town to receive revenues. Article 3 is for giving us authorization to apply and receive grant and other funding. And Article 4 is the authorization for the town council to regulate the alewife fishery in 2026. So if we're able to move forward with the Maine Forest and Logging Museum, one of the, remember our conversation with DVR was that one of the first things that we needed to do was get voter approval for the town council to regulate that, so. that's
So
on this.
moved.
Seconded.
Motion's been made and seconded for the election warrant. Any other questions on those? Not will vote. Larry,
Aye.
Charlie,
Sure.
Dwayne,
Aye.
Jim, Mark's aye.
And just for the public, we will have a public hearing on May 27th regarding all of those warrant articles in detail. Obviously, if anybody has any questions, you can always come see me in person, but we will have a public hearing for people to come and ask questions. That's all I have for you this evening.
Any new business from the council? For this evening? If not, we'll jump down to unfinished business. Unfinished business from you, Missy?
None for me.
Any unfinished business from the council? Nothing there, okay, I'll make a motion to accept the municipal warrants that were presented this evening.
Second.
Motion been made second on the warrants, any questions on any of those? Now we'll vote on those, Jim, Dwayne,
Aye.
Charlie,
Aye.
Larry, Mark's and I. The next meeting, as Melissa's already mentioned, is set for May 27th, which it does include the public hearing about the municipal referendum. If you can't make it, please let the other councilors in the town office know. Check to see if there's any questions or comments online this evening.
There is no comments.
Nothing online, then I will make a motion to adjourn for the evening. Everybody in on that, or anybody opposed?
I thought that was the one I needed the signatures for.